Alright YouTube, what's going on? We're coming back at you with a gun review today, and we're going to do a review on the Springfield XDs. Now, I did an unboxing video, initial impressions, about a month ago. Had the pistol for just over a month. So far, so good. Let's do a safety check before we start getting into it. Drop the magazine. You can see that the slide gun is empty. We're just going to trip that trigger. Alright, so XDs 9mm 3.3, fantastic gun. I have had a plethora of single stack 9mm. Most recently was the Walther PPS. Before that, the Smith & Wesson Shield when it first came out. I was an early adopter of that gun. I also carried the Car CM9, the Kel-Tec PF9. I think that's all of them. It's a long list there. So I've tried quite a few of them. To date, the XDs is my favorite of the bunch, which is saying a lot. Those are all great firearms, all very capable, good carry guns. Price ranges, you know, from the cheapest of the Kel-Tec to the PPS is probably the most expensive, more in this and then this also. So, why did I switch to the XDs? Honestly, had no issues with my PPS. It was a little bigger than the other guns, but it was still easily carried inside the waistband. It's certainly not a pocket gun in any way, shape, or form. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna plug in my charger real quick. But the XDs has always intrigued me, and then I got to handle a couple and feel the trigger, and I really enjoyed the gun. And I've got screaming children in the other ear. So I always wanted, I picked a few up, I've handled a few, always liked the feel of it, liked the sights, liked the trigger, and I just decided, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. So, very glad I did. It's an excellent carry gun. I think I have, just thinking how many rounds I have through it, probably over 700 now. I did take this down to front sight, did a tactical 2-day hand-in course with the gun. Performed flawlessly. I actually have had zero malfunctions with this gun with any type of ammo I've thrown at it. I'll throw in some footage, shooting footage later here with some steel case ammunition, the tool ammo, and it functioned 100%. It's been 100% liable with any kind of ammo. Brass case, Winchester white box crap, Federal, throwing some foreign like Sawyer and Bellet, some other ammo through it. Just been 100% reliable. So reliability wise, the XDs has been 100%. It's been awesome. What I like about the gun, I love the look of the gun. It's very good looking. I love the grip. The ambidextrous, that's a hard word sometimes. Magazine release is great. The sights are phenomenal. I love that fiber optic front sight. It also comes with the green if you want to switch it to that. I like the red just because I'm used to shooting red dots on rifles and such, and it's just that quick target acquisition. The trigger on this gun, I'm just going to reset it real quick, is really good. You do have, there's a little take up there. So, I mean, not much, just a little. Like, I mean enough that when you actually get your finger on the dongle there to release that safety and pull just a bit, there's your trigger. And then you're going to hear a crisp break. So it's about a 5.5 pound trigger. But what's really good, which a lot of people seem to forget about, is the reset. It's got a very short reset. I mean, not quite as short as like a PPQ, but shorter than the Shield. If I remember, I don't have one here to compare directly. But shorter than the Shield, shorter than the PPS, definitely better than the PF9 and the Car CM9, which are both double actions. As is this, but this is, you know, much different type of trigger, really. But that reset is really short. So you can see that your follow-up shots are going to be nice and quick. And I can tell you, accuracy-wise, this gun has really impressed me. When I did my course down at front sight, we did most of our shooting anywhere from 10 yards and in, and I constantly had very tight groups with this gun. Wish I would have actually taken some photos. I was, you know, in the middle of the course, didn't think to take out my phone and just snap pictures, but because we couldn't do any video, unfortunately. So love the trigger, love the sights, love the feel of the gun. It's very easily concealable. I conceal it in a Remora holster. Just goes in my waistband. It's really small, thin, short in the handle, so it's not, you know, it doesn't print at all really any kind of clothing I wear. No, it's not. It could be carried in the pocket. I don't really consider it to be a pocket pistol, so I don't carry it in the pocket. Oh, another thing I do like a lot is the interchangeable back strap. And thinking back to the Shield, it didn't have any kind of option like that. You were just going to have whatever back strap it gave you. So that's nice to be able to exchange that if you have smaller hands or larger hands. You know, you have a lot more variety there. The magazines it comes with are 2 7-rounders, which are very high quality magazines. I mean, they almost feel like a really nice 1911 mag. They're single stack, true single stack. So it's very nicely made magazines. I also have the 9-round magazines that I have. I don't carry these. I use these for range mags. I do have one of these as a backup, like in my vehicle, but they come with this base plate, and then these actually have the back straps to match your back strap. So it actually comes with an additional back strap in case you have the larger one on there. So that's really cool. And as you can see with the 9-round mag, it's a full-size handgun as far as your grip's concerned. So something to kind of consider there if you're practicing a lot with it. Takedown is super easy. It's just a matter of rotating this pin, walking back the slide to that position, rotating this pin down, which I sometimes have a problem with doing. Oh, you do have to... No, you don't have to do that yet. That's right, it rotates up. It's a little different. You rotate that up, and then you just slide that right off the frame, which, yeah, you do have to pull the trigger. I forgot about that. You have to pull the trigger, so obviously, make sure you safety check that. But the slide comes right off, no big deal. Super easy to take down, no tools required. Then it's your standard takedown with your recoil spring. Barrel is your Browning style. I mean, it comes out very similar to most pistols these days. So that'll be, if you're used to any kind of handgun, semi-automatic these days, this will be pretty easy. Then to reassemble, you just simply slide it back on the frame, lock the slide back, rotate the lever down, good to go. Boom. Simple as that. Very easy takedown. Another thing I really like about the gun. Really nothing I don't like about the gun. It does have a rail, which is nice. I know the Shield does not have a rail. The PF9 has some sort of rail on it, if I remember, and the CM9 did not. The one thing I don't like about it is where the slide stop release is. I tend to shoot, I try to get as high a grip as I can, and I tend to have my thumbs up here, and your thumb rests on that. And what will happen when you get to that last round, it will, if you have your finger there, it will keep the slide locked forward, and you can it doesn't lock back on the last round. That's if you ride your thumb. Now you'll notice that has an indent right here, and that's exactly what that's for. Is that's where you put your thumb, and then you can shoot. You could put that thumb over, or you could shoot this thumb under. That's tend to how I do it now. The gun is not hard to control. It doesn't have very snappy recoil, in my opinion. Another thing that I really like about it is that the recoil is not very snappy compared to some other smaller 9mm. So that's just a training thing. I've gotten myself used to having my thumb, and I just kind of feel for that to make sure my thumb is under that, and then the slide will lock back on the last round on any magazine. So, and that to me is a key feature of any kind of defensive handgun. So yeah, that's the gist of it. The XDs 9mm is really an excellent carry gun. So far, I think it's my favorite carry gun that I've had. I did like the Shield quite a bit, and I would pick another one up, especially now that they have the model without the safety on it. Because your only safety on this gun, you don't have a thumb safety. You have the trigger safety, which most striker fire guns have, and you have this little grip safety, which is not a big deal at all. I mean, if you grip the gun correctly, you're gonna engage that. So it's unless you were to hold the gun clear down here or something silly like that, then you may not. But that's just something to consider if that's something you don't like. For me, not a big deal. It doesn't bother me at all. So I'm going to roll in some footage now of me shooting the gun, just a still play at about 10 yards. Maybe it was more like 8 yards. And I did run a variety of different ammunition, some Winchester, some Federal, and some, like I said, tool ammo, steel cased, and it fed at 100%. So we'll roll that in, and we'll come back and wrap it up. Jump to the shooting footage. I did want to talk about the loaded chamber indicator. I do like it on this gun. It is raised, so you can see it right here, And when you load I'm not going to load the magazine around in the gun just for safety reasons, but it will actually raise up. So not only is it visible, but it is tactile. So if it was dark and you want to know if the gun was loaded, you could run your finger across the top of the slide, and you could actually feel that the gun was loaded. So it is a visible and tactile. There you go. I can actually push it up. So that's what it looks like. You put your finger in there. When the round is loaded, that's what that is. So it's not huge. It's not obtrusive. It doesn't get in the way. But it is nice that it is visible and tactile, because you could actually feel that and feel that raised bar and know that the gun is loaded. All right, what's going on, YouTube? Just up here shooting the Springfield XDs. Just gonna put some rounds down range. So far this gun's been 100% reliable. I haven't had one issue with it at all. So, continues. I'm going to run some steel case through it, see how it likes that stuff. Be right back. I run a mag of the tool ammo, 9mm. See how it functions. Wow, that was a fast 7 rounds, guys. Felt like 3. No malfunctions though. Oh, that's because I only loaded 5. I'll keep shooting that stuff. Hey, if it likes it, why not, right? It's cheap, that's for sure. I had one 50-round box that I just been sitting on for a long time. I'm just loading a magazine right now. That's why you don't see me. But steel cased is kind of the test, in my opinion. It's kind of the test, in my opinion. Reliability. Yeah, 100% reliable steel case ammo. So there you go. Springfield XDs 9mm. It's my new carry gun. Loving it. Took it down to front sight, did that course, shot, I don't know, probably 600-700 rounds through it now. No malfunctions whatsoever. Very accurate. Did notice that tool ammo, however you say it, isn't as accurate as the Federal. But now when I see it, I'm going to grab it because it's cheap and most people leave it alone because it's steel case. Now I don't reload. Used to reload. Don't reload anymore. But just loading up one more mag of that, and then we'll probably wrap her up. Yeah, I haven't been missing that plate all day, and I've missed it a little with that tool ammo. So, but functionality wise, runs 100%, which is what I was trying to test. Is just the reliability with steel cased. So I'll probably finish shooting this box. I don't think I'll film the whole thing because that's a lot of shooting, but Springfield XDs, love it. Alright, so we're back on the tabletop just to kind of sum this up. Highly recommend the XDs 9mm. Just an exceptional carry gun. Like I said, really hardly any negatives to say about this gun. Love the sights, love the trigger, love the grip, love the overall aesthetics of the gun. The ambidextrous mag release. Like I said, the only one negative I'd give it is this where the slide stop release is, because that's just kind of in a weird position in my opinion. But it's an easy thing to overcome, especially that Springfield gives you this nice little finger grip for your thumb. So when you feel for that, and it's just a training thing, the more you train with it, the more you'll put your finger there, and it won't be an issue with that last round sliding back or holding open, excuse me. So highly recommend this gun. I think I paid $460 for it, which is a pretty good price. It might even be less than that, but I think that was after the tax and everything's included. Bought it locally from an FFL here. They're exceptional guns. They are worth the money. They are worth the extra money over, I think, the Shield, just because they do offer a few extra features that you're not going to get on the Shield. And I think, but it's really up to you. I mean, both are great options. Wasn't intended to be a comparison video because I don't have the Shield anymore. They're both exceptional guns. I think I prefer the XDS with the. It's got better sights. I like the trigger better. I like the aesthetics of the gun better. I like the handle grip better. It's got ambidextrous features where the Shield does not. So those are just some comparisons why I would choose the XDS over the Shield. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.